The man I love is a light of peace. Let the light from his eye shine into our heart.
How's it going?
Woo!
I don't hear anybody.
Woo! Yeah! Yeah!
Oh, let me step down here. We can use the wireless mic. That'd probably be easier. Thank you. I don't got my shoes on. Hello.
Hello!
Oh, about to fall. I'm never doing this again. You like my hoop?
Yes, all the way
So I'd like to welcome you to the second annual Unity Ball. This is in celebration of Dr. King, as well as people in our community who make a difference. So right now we're going to start with the awards ceremony. And these awards are given to people chosen by the Unity Committee, which some of the people are over here. Raise your hand. Spotlight. So sit back, eat some more, drink some more lemonade, drink some water, and then we're gonna dance, right? Is everybody gonna dance? Is everybody gonna dance? Woo! So here we go with our awards. You ready, Craig? Let's go.
Here we go. Up here.
Hello, everyone. So our first award goes to Dr. Karen Dade. She's the Associate Dean for Woodring College of Education at Western Washington University. The most fulfilling part of Dr. Karen Dade's work as being professor and helping to produce conscious and caring educators through critical multicultural education, mentoring, teaching, learning, and scholarship. She also mentors women of color to recognize their own unique multiple talents and skills to, quote, power up to be the best they can be in these trying times, end quote. Karen believes it takes a village to raise, support, and educate all children equitably and with love. In considering how community plays a role in helping to reach goals, she cites a commitment to self-introspection, support, lifting each other up authentically, and truly understanding the value and power of sisterhood as important to do. Karen couldn't be here today, so we accept this award in her honor. Thank you.
Our second Unity Ball Award recipient is KRISTINA MICHELE. Christina says the most fulfilling part of her work is that it doesn't feel like work. As the creator of Bellingham Idol, she's constantly in the community and meeting people. She says everything she does is essentially setting her up on the path to becoming the next Oprah. She says that becoming the person she always wanted to see as a child, a professional Black woman taking charge and doing what she can to change the world, is an inspiration and leads to her own personal tagline, quote, "One woman's crusade to normalize Blackness," end quote. She was recently asked to be the co-host of Bellingham's newest television show, Bellingham Tonight, so keep an eye out for that. She would like to thank the community for embracing her ambitious ideas and all the assistance she's received since she moved to town. Christina could not be here tonight, so we accept her award in her honor.
Okay. Our next award is for Raid Relief to reunite families. Raid Relief says that the most fulfilling part of their work is knowing that they are helping immigrant families through an extremely difficult time. Their goal is to get work permits and/or residency for the 6 out of 16 men whose lives were turned upside down on August 29, 2018. They say that community is essential to reaching their goals because without support, they wouldn't be able to do the work. They've had many generous donations from donors in our community that have supported many families' legal fees and basic needs. They are grateful for a community that stands by their side and is not afraid to speak up for those who feel silenced because of their immigration status and the injustices they are faced with. Recipient Raid Relief couldn't be here today. We accept this award in their honor.
Hi everyone. Everyone looks so good. You're at a masquerade ball. I don't know who you are. So our third recipient is a good friend, CECI Lopez. I saw her walk in with a beautiful outfit. I'm going to read this off to her. CECI Lopez is an assistant professor and director of law, diversity, and at the Justice Center, Fairhaven College of Interdisciplinary Studies at Western Washington University. I can't read these things sometimes. She's also the board member of the Community Food Co-op. The most fulfilling part of CECI's work is when she sees change and transformation of people in the community through individuals who grapple with concepts, consider new perspectives, or engage with topics differently. She likens what she does to planting seeds. Even if she doesn't get to see the final product, she finds fulfillment contributing to the well-being of the community. She says that getting to know people, their families, and their stories are key to building community, building understanding, and reinforcing the feeling of belonging. The main driver of her work focuses on creating opportunities for true equality for all. Community is essential to her work. She believes that actively engaging with community is the foundation of her work. 2020 Award recipient CECI Lopez.
The next recipient of the Unity Award is an amazing individual. I started doing work just talking to people about the housing crisis in Bellingham, and everywhere I went, NICKOLAUS's name kept coming up, and I was like, who is this man? And I've heard from so many people, and he told me a little bit about what he does, and NICKOLAUS founded Lemon Stepping Stones, where the tribe houses people in homes that the tribe owns, and Victor told me the story about how it began. One night they just needed a place to go, and so someone said, we have these homes, we have to do it, and NICKOLAUS broke into a house and housed people, and that's been his legacy of housing people in this community. It's amazing. He also co-founded XNF, which provides opportunities for youth to learn skills and in the outside, like skiing and snowboarding. He's also part of Homes Now. He's a Lummi Nation Tribal Council member. He is a man of many hats. He also works, he's the co-chair for the Northwest Portland Indian Health Board, representing 43 tribes in Washington, Oregon, and Idaho. He's a board member for the National Indian Health Board, which works with health policy. He's also the vice chair on Indian Policy Advisory Committee for Washington State, and he's just doing really amazing things with Lemon Stepping Stones. They're working in a project with the tribe, creating a crisis center, so when services are closed and people need help, there's someone there to be with them, to wait with them, and I'm so inspired and thankful for your work in this community. Thank you so much.
I would like to present this next award to Kimberly Harris. The mission of Kimberly Harris's business, Distinctive Voice Consulting, is educational training and consulting to promote diversity, equity, bias awareness, and inclusion. The most fulfilling part of Kimberly's work is the deep satisfaction she receives from transforming people's understanding. As a trainer, she enjoys transforming people's perspectives so that they are more inclusive and respectful of diversity. In 2019,
Squalicum High School counselor says the most fulfilling aspect of his job is seeing his students overcome adversity and find success in the face of poverty, grief, or homelessness. He says the joy on their and their families' faces at graduation is unmatched. He would like to recognize the organizations that partner with the school district as one of the keys to success. Many have contributed food, clothing, furniture, and even paid rent for many families. He says having their basic needs met allows students to pursue greater opportunities and relieves lots of stress and is essential to both success and joy. 2020 Unity Award recipient, Aramis Johnson.
There she is. Shirley Williams is our next award recipient. Registered nurse, enrolled member, and resident of Lummi Nation. She's the founder of White Swan Environmental, a native-led 501c3 nonprofit organization that develops programs and services to educate and strengthen relationships between bioregional native and non-native organizations and academic institutions to reconnect Coast Salish youth and community members with their culture and ancestral homelands to ensure the way of life the Shalangan will survive and thrive. She's also the co-founder of Whatcom Intergenerational High School. WIHS envisions learning designed with students and supported by elders, generating deep inquiry skills, thoughtful interactions, and critical consciousness, ensuring that every young person can contribute to a more just and sustainable world. Here's Shirley's statement. In reflecting on the most fulfilling parts of her work, Shirley writes, I believe this work is a part of my sacred responsibility. Like many indigenous and non-indigenous peoples working together throughout the world, I care about what we leave for our future generations and the environment. Working together is essential to reaching the goals of our mission and vision. Community is woven into the design of our organization, is reflected in our name, White Swan Environmental. We, one mind for the purpose of the work. She says Haishka, and we say Haishka. 2020 Unity Award recipient, Shirley Williams.
Hello again. So our next award recipient is ASHANTI MONTS TREVISKA. Let me get there real quick. There we are. She's a stewarding founder, PhD student in transformative studies and consciousness. The most fulfilling part of Ashanti's work is acknowledging that inner change has an impact on external environments. She believes that a change from within brings a change with everything. She says, quote, self-transformation is critical in transformative justice work to bring the necessary social change at the community and institutional level and co-create accountability culture to build and deepen community care, end quote. She says having unconditional community support is essential in reaching the goals of her transformative justice work and co-create social changes to rebuild community. 2020 Unity Award recipient, Ashanti MONTS TREVISKA.
Hi, my name is Ryan Peters, and I'll be reading Darrell HILLAIRE. Darrell is the executive director and founder of the Children of the Setting Sun Productions, a multimedia, film, and theater arts production company specializing in Coast Salish storytelling. Darrell is fulfilled in his work through following in the footsteps of his ancestors, which he says the spirit of which is found in his work with Children of the Setting Sun Productions. Darrell says he wants to share his gifts, his knowledge, and most importantly, his heart with the people of all communities. He believes that being thankful brings fulfillment and enlivens the rich history, legacies, stories, and historical traditions of the Salish people. Darrell endeavors to create understanding and change perceptions across cultural differences, share history, and educate others. Community is why Darrell does his work. He says, now, quote, now more than ever, we need unity of purpose. Unity of purpose is our responsibility to the next generations. 2020 Unity Award recipient, Darrell HILLAIRE.
I just think it's really appropriate that we step forward and give thanks, offer our gratitudes for this moment, and on behalf of the recipients, I just, with my whole heart, like to thank the people that are recognizing our work and recognizing that moments like this can cause unity. And we need to understand that these moments are needed more and more in this world that we live in. The very foundation of our democracy is being shattered at this very minute. Our climate is changing so rapidly and with a tremendous amount of impact on the lives of people that are not in this room but have to suffer through those changes. And we need to learn empathy. We need to learn compassion right now, every day, to help those that don't have what we have, that are facing what is going to be the terror of climate change if we don't get our act together. And the third thing is that we really need to recognize this growing gap between the haves and the have-nots. And we need to have the guts to step forward and say, enough's enough. We need to change our value system away from greed, away from selfishness, away from apathy, into a world that's going to be created for our children that they can live in, and that's going to be of what we vision, a world of compassion, and a world of sharing, and a world of gratitude. So that's our job, that's our responsibility. So I just needed to step forward and say this, that it's not just in one moment and one event, but it's something we need to carry every day of our lives. So thank you for giving me this opportunity to say what I believe and what needs to be done, and thanking the committee here for bringing us forward to recognize our work, and it needs to be looked at collectively, because that's who we are. Siyam Nisvilja. Thank you.
The next recipient. Get up here. Dr. Vernie DAMANI Johnson has been a faculty member in the Department of Political Science at Western University since 1986. Professor Johnson finds fulfillment standing up for the disempowered and the marginalized. Helping them find their voice and become empowered makes him feel good. He says when those who are marginalized become part of the mainstream, that means being able to take action to get ordinary people who most cases haven't been deeply thought about, diversity and inclusion and equity to consider. What is it like for certain groups of people to be in their social identity? It starts with thinking and reflecting. When he sees people then move to action, taking concrete steps to include people of diverse backgrounds in our community in an equitable way, he feels like his hard work is more than worth it. Our 2019 Legacy Award goes to Dr. DAMANI Johnson. brotherhood.
It's been a long time since I've tried to do anything like this. I need a brother to put me together, right? My other brother, Darrell, HILLAIRE, really said mostly what needed to be said tonight. But I also just wanted to add, in the context of people were talking about the music earlier today and what music resonates, just a couple of songs. One is Through Devotion, Blessed Are the Children.
What other ones? It's much better. Want to bring those up? All right. So let's give another hand to all of our recipients. As a child, I was raised to give a person their flowers while they can smell them. Because when they're dead and gone, they can't smell them anymore. So when I thought about the Unity Ball, I thought about, why do we wait till someone's dead to celebrate them? Why not celebrate them now? And if you were a recipient last year, can you just wave your hand? I see Bill back here. I see Bernard, Monica. And another thing, I see people in the community doing work, and your work is not in vain. And I just want to give you just a little small love token from me. So when I call your name, step forward if you're here. Adrian, are you here? It's just an appreciation from us. Thank you. April Barker, are you still here? Oh, is that a cat or a mouse? I didn't know who you were. I was like, who is this? Thank you. What's next? Ann Barrett. See, that's why you give them the flowers. They looking like, where did this come from? See? I know. Sparkles. And this one person, I call her my Bellingham aunt. She was like one of the thriving voices of the MLK conference today, Miss Geneva Blake. Geneva, keep clapping for us. David Dahl still here? Chief Dahl, you still here? I saw you earlier today. Oh, come on, get your award, dude. This is like my new brother. You're welcome. My new sister, Lori Melton. Lori. Come here, lady in red. Come on, Ryan. Come on, shoes. Come on, Mink Stowe. Yes. Thank you. It's Julie Merriman. My uncle Victor. Where's Victor Nolet?
Dancing with the man I love is dancing with the light of the galaxy. Let my light shine into your heart.